Welcome back to Indian Trace. We got some artifacts on the table that need to be documented. Familiar view. You know, I had a comment, and I just want to make this first as we look at this landscape and take a look at some artifacts. Comment that came in is, you find so much artifacts, and there's one in the ground down here that's just a smoker wide open. I'm following a theory out here. We always follow theories. Not getting ahead of myself, though. The comment was, you know, you find so many artifacts. Do you ever feel yourself greedy? That's the comment. And I'm like, have you tuned in to Indian Trace? Have you watched 500 of the 1,500 videos? My comment, and look at these artifacts that I've been finding, is of course not, I'm not greedy. I've been out to this site in the last 5 years 200, 300 times. And look at this hammerstone. Listen, answer to your question. I never seen a soul here. Nobody else busting their hump. Nobody else looking for these or collecting these artifacts for them being busted. Yeah, you're looking at an incredible hammerstone right next to this piece of tobacco. This tobacco plant, awesome. So, in response to your question, nobody else comes. No one else here busting their hump. I mean, never. I have never been here when somebody else is collecting artifacts. I have seen footprints less than my hands could count. And that's about in 5 years and 200, 300, 400 possible times out here. Because if you're smart like now, violence has hit this site again and refreshed the dirt. Look at this hammerstone. I'm trying to give you a good look at it in slow motion as we get a tour of all this stuff. Violence has hit this site. If we can just take a look at this. Nice tobacco, right? And whenever violence happens, the machines come through, the sea that's full of artifacts. Man, this is not coming in. Forgive me, rant and raving here. Look at this hammerstone, it's incredible. This carries the weight of emotion, of commitment, of loyalty. Well, artifacts are made available every time the machines come through. I'll leave it at that. This stone carries the commitment of years, at least a few solid years of everyday use. It could be 10, it could be 5 it takes, we don't know. This is a hard quartz module. Favorite tools, I can tell you. Favorite tools are important to me. I'm trying to find the best angle for everybody just to really give you a good idea. The weight, they got to know the weight, how it worked, how it fragmented rock, how well it did to produce what they needed. I like these artifacts and other artifacts because they represent a dire need. I mean, a dire need. It would be a need for you, for your mate, for your children. Working edge goes around the whole thing. Mercy. So I collect, number one, to get in touch with the dire need that they had, which is just a fabulous thing. Nice stone. So in answer to Mr. Greedy, no. I come out to do what I can to save this stuff so it's not busted up into little pieces. Give me a break. There is nobody out here that I'm trying to perform against or outperform to get these artifacts. I'm doing my best, of course, every cycle to collect what I can. Look at these pieces, will you? The tip is on this piece, if I can show you it in a good light. Are you crazy, right? Bifurcated unique point here with it broken off, little points here. If I give you up close and personals, this is rolled with maize, this piece of pottery. Indicative of a time period where they started to harvest crops. It's probably early woodland. Look at this point, another bifurcated or bifurcated, whatever way you want to produce it. So, greed aside, no. I do what I can, and certainly this stuff I find, lots and lots of it, I cannot keep. I will not keep. I don't have boxes of dusty pieces. For many of you who are subscribers to Indian Trace, you know why. Enough said. Stupidity of people's slap comments without doing their research, right? I'll leave it at that. It's an incredible piece. I will keep this because Guilford humors are one of my favorites. That was a sturdy piece. The tip just missing. It's okay. That's an incredible piece, though. I got a piece in the ground we haven't checked. Another piece of quartz here. Yep, indigenous. Look at this piece. nice quartz work, right? Oh well, that's okay. That is okay. We got another piece in the ground. I know I'm taking just a little bit of time, but look it, we got stellar hammerstones like that, artifacts like that, important things to address in terms of system of thought. Here's the theory I'm checking out here. We've got an inch of pushing hard rain. Violence has hit the land. I figured there has to be artifacts out here because they've been messed around with. And look at this. Of course, a favorite style. That's why we call this place Notchville. That's why we call it Notchville. Don't know if I can do too good with Specs World style. Nice, right? Isn't it great to be the first human being to touch an ancient Indian artifact in 2,000 years? Doesn't matter. They're all extremely ancient. Not even cleaned off. Thank you for tuning in to Indian Trace. Ran into rave, shared enough time, but this is a good intro. I'm going to leave it at that. Whew, it's a nice point for me. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All points and hammerstones. How can you go wrong, right? Appreciate you tuning in to Indian Trace. And that's Indian Trace. Be well.